Hello, hello. Hey, Brandy. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Brandy, can you hear me okay?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You
You
can't hear
can't hear
me?
me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. You
You
can't hear
can't
me?
hear me? It's a lot of echo.
Yes, I can hear you.
It's a lot of feedback.
I can hear you.
Yep, I can hear you. I just hear
You
you
can't hear
twice.
me?
It's a lot of echo.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep, I can hear you. I just hear
You
you
can't
twice.
hear me?
No, it's a lot of echo.
I can hear you.
Yep, I can hear you. I just hear
You
you
can't
twice.
hear me?
No,
Wow. Wow. Okay, can you hear me now?
it's a lot of echo.
Hey, Blue, can you tell us, do you hear echo? Okay, Blue says, have it on mic. Oh, okay. I think Brandy went out. I will definitely turn my mic off. Give us 1 second, Blue. Thank you for joining. So I'm in New York right now and I'm absolutely loving it. Um I'm not doing much, but it's I'm not home. Right? I'm enjoying my mother. I'm enjoying my sisters. Um, Me and my cousin did a field trip to Walmart. Um, I do not. I don't have anything else connected. Only my phone. Hi, Alice. So, are you getting feedback now? So, Brandy, we can't have our mics on at the same time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started um, because I really only plan on being here until about 8 o'clock. Okay, Brandy will come back. Yeah, I only plan on being here 30 minutes. So there's a question, if you all can see it. So first, let me say, Alice, Blue, I appreciate you. I truly do. And anybody else that's listening, um, I appreciate you all for tuning in. So today we want to talk about physical health. So on this channel, right, we go um, everything with physical health, mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, um, just holistic wellness. We want to make sure. Oh, okay, five blue. Five is good, honestly. Um, five is good. So let me rate myself. I'm gonna rate myself a five as well because I'm not where I was, but I'm definitely not where I was, and I'm definitely not where I need to be. Brandy, can you answer the question? Can you rate your health, physical health, on a scale of 1 to 10? And Blue, if you don't mind sharing why you rated a five, and I'll do the same. Um, Blue, if you could tell, or Alice, if you can state why you rated yours a five, if you don't mind, and I'll share why I rated mine a five. Brandy, how do you rate your health on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 meaning excellent.
Hmm, I would say maybe 6.5. 6.5. Um, not as committed to. Well, it's not that I'm not committed, but I've had some distractions was keeping me um, from getting to the gym and getting my 10K steps in. But as far as nutrition wise, I feel like I'm doing pretty good with that. As far as the calorie intake and my water in moderation. So I'll say between a 6.5 and a 7.
So Blue was saying that hers is a five. Brandy, you'll put your mic on mute because they said it'll work better. Yeah. So she was saying once she starts walking more, getting in her steps, that her number would go up. So yeah, Blue, I just turned it on. Thank you. So the reason I rated myself a five is one, like I said, I'm not where I used to be, right? Um, but I have some things I need to work on, right? So I'm starting to be consistent with walking, and I learned from Avar, who we interviewed. Go back and check out her interview; is on our channel. I need to I need to start lifting weights. I don't know how many of you in here are of age where you're going through menopause or you have gone through menopause, but I don't lose weight as fast as I did. So I always would say, I am a pro at losing weight. I am a pro. I can lose weight quickly. Since I've gained, so I got down, and I don't mind sharing my weight because I was 274 pounds, and I lost enough weight to get to 197 pounds. Yay me. I've since gained, and I'm back up to 220 pounds. But now the same things that I did to lose weight to get to 197, I'm doing those things now, and the weight is not budging, right? The scale is not moving, and we'll talk about like non-scale victories as well, but the scale is not moving. So I was told that I need to, because you know menopause, and because of my age, I need to start lifting weights, and that the scale may not move, right? And it may not be an accurate. Yeah, the scale is a liar. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, I need to start lifting weights. So I need to start lifting weights. I think I eat okay. I think I eat okay, but I need to start lifting weights. So yes, Senna, losing weight is hard. If you don't mind, Senna, can you answer the question? Rate your physical health on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being excellent. I say now losing weight is hard. A few years ago, even a year ago, I would, walk. I would, eat healthy, and the pounds would just start coming off. Would start coming off, and I could always tell when I lose, even lose inches, because my ring gets bigger. But yeah, so Senna, can you put in there why you're a 6 if you don't mind? Like, are you working out? Are you eating healthy? Yeah. So, and then unfortunately, then I'm gonna bring Brandy back in here. But unfortunately, I do have some health challenges. I have high blood pressure. I do take high blood pressure medicine. Um, I do have decreased kidney function. Um, those are my two main health issues. I do have sleep apnea. So, you know, that's why I can't rate myself higher at this point. But go ahead, Brandy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, with that sleep apnea, you definitely want to give yourself some grace with that, because if you're not getting adequate sleep, then you really don't have you know, the energy all the time to get going. So even with having that, I think being at a 5 or a 6, I think that's amazing. Um, Myself, arthritis, that whole thing. So I have to be mindful about the different exercises that I do when I am in the gym. So I don't work out like my shoulders, upper back, all that type of stuff. So I think making the adjustments and modifications so that you can still push through, I think that's really important. There are some times where I have a bad knee, okay, and I just have to give it a rest, but I get back to it. Like I said, I think that's the most important thing, is to not let any illnesses or injuries stop you, and just really just keep going. And I've had that experience. I kind of been in that cycle of, something will flare up. I'll take a stop, take a rest, and then I get back at it. So, you know, you can't you can't overwork yourself, but then you also can't give up. So,
So, I had a philosophy that I adopted when I first started losing weight. Seriously, because of course I've been on this cycle, this roller coaster, where I would, try to lose weight. I'll work out, eat healthy for a week, and then I quit. Um, and yeah, so yeah, but I adopted this a motto. How, I think that's how I say it, a motto. I ain't no quitter. You may see me stop for a minute, but I ain't quitting. Right?
right.
And I know that's not correct English. I know it's not correct English.
It's
Um,
okay.
right? So you may see me stop for a minute, but I'm not gonna quit. Right? And like you said, I may, when I stop, just get back up. get back up and get right back to it.
Exactly. I've and I think before I had like a bad flare up with like my neck and stuff, like man, I was in there. I had got up to two days a week some days, hour and a half, and it just kind of it was like, oh man, you know. Then there was surgery, and I had to. That was a non-negotiable. I had to sit down, so I was like chomping at the bit, like, okay, doc, when can I get back to it? So, um, one thing that popped up was making too many restrictions or adjustments at one time. That's You said that's too much to type. Well, come on up here and let us hear what you got to say. You don't have to type it, Alice. Hop on in here. Um, that is something that I've kind of, what do they say, shot yourself in the foot with, is trying to change a whole bunch of things that feel really restrictive at once. Like, okay, intermittent fasting, or, not going to eat bread, not going to have sugar, or I'm going to go back to vegan, or just a whole bunch of different stuff. So I'd love to hear what kind of things that you tried and you maybe didn't go back to it, or you tried it again, but you just had to kind of do it in moderation.
So, okay. So, what's your question, Brandy?
Oh, she says she can't join. Okay. Well, maybe next time.
What was your question, Brandy?
I'm going to put it in the chat. Um, what have you, what type of, I guess, modifications or restrictions have you given yourself in order to lose weight? Did they work? Did they not work?
So, let me tell you what I now, right, to lose weight. My son told me, do not. Um, First, don't go on a diet. I'm sorry, that crap does not work. Diets do not work. So I refuse to do it. I refuse to now say, well, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to eat bread, or I'm not going to eat sweets, because for me, that did not work. So, having things in moderation. I love peanut butter cookies. Oh, I love peanut butter cookies. Um, yeah, I love peanut butter cookies. So I just eat in moderation, which I think is so important. So, um, what other restrictions? I don't think I really. Oh, now for me, and this wasn't really a diet. Um, I did when I started my journey for real this time. I did cut out meat, right? But that's because of the protein. When you have decreased kidney function like I do, you can't have too much protein. So
It overworks your kidneys.
it overworks the kidneys. So
Mhm.
that's one reason. That's the main purpose. The number one reason why I gave up meat, and why I'm in August will be 6 years. I haven't had meat in 6 years. So I need protein, right? So I did incorporate salmon. So I will eat salmon. Another thing with decreased kidney function, when you have too much protein. So here's a little education. You, I will when I will have protein in my urine. So when I I'm up here telling my business now. But when I go to the bathroom and do number one, it's foamy and bubbly. That means I have too much protein in my urine. So that tells me to cut back on my protein. And that's when I go strictly fruits and vegetables, right? For, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. And then after that, I will, introduce protein again.
You know
Hmm.
how I came to discover that the too much protein had an effect on kidneys is my youngest daughter. She used to drink the Ensure all the time. Now, mind you, been potty trained a long, long time ago. But I started to pay attention that every time I would let her have the Ensure, she would have accidents. And I could not figure it out. And then I just started doing my research. And I hope you're not watching. Sorry if you are, honey. Because I know she was on the last time. Um, so we had to cut that out, and we just had to dial it back because I was like, this is what's causing this is that extra protein, and it's making your kidneys work overtime. So
Yeah. So, right, we need protein, and the normal body typically can handle protein. But like I said, when you have CKD, decreased kidney function, or chronic kidney disease, um,
yeah, you can't do it.
yeah, my body can't handle it. So, yep. Brandy Sinner is saying hi.
I just seen that. Hi. I thought I was would be popping up as Soul Session, but I'm popping up as my other channel. But that's okay. It's me. I think I'm logged in as a moderator.
Yeah. So three things that are important for losing weight and being healthy, because not everyone needs to lose weight, right?
Hmm.
It's not always about, losing weight, but it's about making sure that your heart is healthy,
Hmm.
right? That a mood stabilizer to, regulate your mood, right? It's about what you eat to make sure you're not getting too much carbs and sugars, and because it raises your glucose level. Um, hmm um, yeah, so I think it starts with a mindset. So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Blue, Alice, and Senna? Do you think being healthy starts with a mindset? Y'all want to see my oldest sister?
Oh, I forgot you were in New York.
Yeah, here. I can
Oh,
see my oldest sister.
Hello, how are you?
hey.
Uh, or Alice said, most definitely. Yeah, it's a mindset, right? Um, you have to have, the mind to want to do it, because I think Senna put in the chat earlier, it's not easy.
It's really
It,
not.
it's not, getting up in the mornings. Well, for me, in the morning to go work out when I can sit on that sofa or, lay in the bed.
Hmm.
Um,
It is
it,
all.
yeah, and that consistency. That's the next thing. Um, I was notorious for not being consistent, right? And I had to really make up in my mind, um, you know, and Senna said, yes, definitely a mindset. Yeah, I had to, you know, make up in my mind that, I wanted this.
But
I
remember
want,
what we talked about on Monday about being addicted to the burn. So that's all you got to do is you got to get in there and you got to get that first workout in to where you're sore. That's what motivates me because it's like, yes, I did something. I did something.
I love being sore. So
Me too.
yeah, so that's a question for anybody that's listening. If you work out, do you like being sore? I like the squats. I like, doing my abs. I like being sore. it, it makes me think it's working.
Absolutely. That's my favorite part.
Okay, so the next thing, Brandon, you'll put your mic on mute.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, let me say this. I think it's so important to get an accountability partner. This is still under mindset. It's so important to get an accountability partner. Now, I didn't necessarily have a like set accountability partners, but so I used to be on Facebook all the time before jumping over to um, YouTube. And so I made all of my Facebook friends my accountability partners. I made groups on Facebook where, you know, I would work out on Facebook Live, and so they were my accountability partners, whether they wanted to be or not. But then I would invite people to work out with me, and I'll post some of those videos to work out with me. To where I think, Brandy, you came a few times to work out with me.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Blue, she worked out with me. I went over to her town, and we worked out. We walked once, and I think we did it one time in Marshall even. Um, but yeah, just getting people to join me. So yeah. Um, Brenda, you want to say anything about accountability?
Um, Not too much. Like I said, I think it's important to have an accountability partner. And we talked Monday also, and you'll see that conversation in that video um, where we talked about the three of us. We were all getting up. We were going to those 6 a.m. classes, and then once we started to see that one or the other wasn't present, people would reach out or say, "Hey, where have you been? You know, what's going on?" So I think there's opportunity there if you are a part of a gym to build a community or drag a friend along. And you know, sometimes you just, like I said, once I get in the mode and I start to feel the burn and I'm feeling good and it's helping my day go better, I'm going with or without you. I'm gonna go with or without you. So I think it's good even if you don't have someone that you're walking through the door with, but if you can, have a few buddies there and a few people to kind of bounce ideas off of or have them show you different things or attend a class,
Hmm.
I think that helps. It helps a ton.
And then, to track those non-scale victories. That's so important. And that's something I have to remember. Like, not everything is about weight, right? So I would get mad when I jumped on the scale or go to the doctor and I hadn't lost anything. I would get mad. But then, um, not like I said, my ring get loose, and it you know turns around and it's like this on this side. I know I've lost. I'm doing something right. um when when I can bend over and tie my shoes, I know I'm doing something right. um so yeah, my your body will thank you, right? And things are happening that I can't see, that heart health, right? The mood, you know, feeling better, sleeping better. So,
Delson, muscle weighs more than fat, does it not?
so I hear that, but then I'm
I've
told
heard
it
that.
does not. A pound is a pound. Whether it's a pound of muscle, a pound is a pound.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I believed that for a while. I remember I took a weight training class at the community college, and I was like you said, I was watching that scale. And I was lifting, and I was expecting that number to go down, and it didn't. It went up, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute now. This is not what I signed up for." And then that's where they came with, "Well, your muscle weighs more than fat, so if you're building muscle, you're gonna." It was like you're gonna gain, but then you'll drop, and I was like, "Okay,
Yeah. See, and
whatever."
I'm told that they weigh the same. A pound is a pound, whether it's a pound of muscle or a pound of fat. But muscle is more condensed.
Yeah.
So you may be smaller when you have more muscle. So yeah. So the next, have the proper mindset. We have about 30 more minutes and we're getting off of here. So again, Senna, Alice, um, Blue, I appreciate you all. It's to eat well, which we talked about, right? Making sure that you're eating in moderation. If you want something, please don't deny yourself, because if you deny yourself, you will go crazy on it. Again, I absolutely love peanut butter. Um, I would not deny myself a peanut butter cookie. Someone told me, Rufus, you'll see that interview next week. He told me about peanut butter Oreos. I bought me some peanut butter Oreos today.
You did.
I did, and oh, Brandy,
I'm
they
telling
are
you,
so, they are so good.
they are good.
They
Yeah.
are so good. But I wanted them after he said it. But I know when I go home, I will not go buy any more peanut butter Oreos, right? I've already had my fix. So I can treat that like I would anything else. So moderation, 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 moderation. Please don't deny yourself. If you want it, eat it. But I think he said, again, you will see it in the video. He said he eats 4 cookies and then he put the rest up. So moderation. And of course, drink your water. We all know, stay hydrated. I don't even know where my water is at, but yeah, stay hydrated. Watch your sodium intake. All the
Definitely.
things you know, right? That isn't anything new. So, anything on that, Brandy? Mindset, eating healthy.
I agree with you on the moderation. I don't know if I could. I think doing the 4 cookies, if I switch my mindset, because I would go in and say, "Oh, I'm only going to eat 2," but then turn around and eat 4, and then it's like, "Oh, I failed. I'm done." So I think that's really powerful to switch your mindset, and like you said, and to allow yourself the treats or the things that you like. Again, referencing Rufus's video where he mentioned that things like ribs are not necessarily good for him, but he still does allow himself once or so a month to have those things. So I think you all who tune into that, you'll really enjoy the things that he had to say about mindset. Um, yeah, I think to me that's the biggest part. Whether it's being committed to eating things in moderation, being committed to going to the gym and taking class, or getting your steps in, being committed to get your water intake, it's all going to start with your mindset and how you can, I guess, discipline yourself to stick to it, not give up on yourself.
So, and then not to go too much into it because again, I want him to be able to tell his own story. Um, we interviewed um, a gentleman named Rufus, and he's a heart attack survivor. So please, when we drop that video, make sure you watch it. Um, he talks about having a heart attack and the things he was doing that led up to him having a heart attack. So, yeah. So, and the next thing is to move more. This is what my son always say: move more, sit less. You hear me say it on Get It Together Wellness. Move more, sit less. Um, just to be active, right? To yeah, just to move your body. You want to be able to function. Um, I shared with you all that my mom's birthday is on Monday. She'll be 81 years old. And she has fallen so many times. Yeah, she's fallen. She doesn't have the best mobility. I want to grow older gracefully, right? I still want to be mobile, God willing, at 81, at 80, at 79, at 69. So just, keeping yourself up to where you can be, um, you know, healthy at 79, healthy at 80, healthy at, 65, healthy at 60. You know, I'll be 54 this year, healthy at 54. So, yeah. Blue and Alice, you have anything you want to add to this conversation? I think you're still on. So some things. So Brandy, what do you do besides walking? You lift weights? Do you go swimming? I've never seen you at the pool, but I don't know. You might.
You have never seen me at the pool because I don't go. I
Okay.
don't know how to swim. I know it's embarrassing at my age. I don't know
I
how.
can't swim either.
Oh, do you still go? I guess.
So
Mm, I guess I could try it. That's on my things to do before the end of the year is to
uh,
learn how to swim. So,
gotcha.
but my favorite things are when I get there, sauna, loosen up.
Okay.
Then I'll do reformer a little bit, the Pilates roll reformer,
Hmm.
that to stretch out. Row machine. I like the row machine because that's a full body workout. Then I'll do the treadmill. And sometimes I'll switch row machine for the Stairmaster. Now the Stairmaster, that's my jam. That that's my favorite thing because to me that works a little bit of everything. And you don't even need to be on there for that long in order to feel that burn or that pain the next day. You can start 5 minutes, work your way up to 10, then work your way up to 15 minutes. Or you can calculate it by stairs or flights that you do. But for me, I just go until I'm about ready to fall off of it. It's usually between some days it's 5 days, depending on what I've done. 5 minutes, 10 or 15. Um, so I kind of alternate, and then some days I'll do a kettlebell and a dumbbell workout, and still ended up with either the treadmill or that stairmaster. But I always keep it sauna. I start and end with the sauna because that helps loosen me up, and then at the end it helps reduce the soreness. So I'm, not to the point where like, oh gosh, I can't walk the next day. Still want to feel some burn, but I still want to be mobile. I still want to be able to move.
Gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, I used to do the sauna, but I was told because I have high blood pressure, um, do not do the sauna. I used to go to hot yoga. When I had the stroke, it was a day or two after I had been to hot yoga. So they told me not to get in hot tubs or, do the sauna or go to hot yoga. And it does feel so good. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
But they
Um,
have hot yoga at the Y.
they don't. They have it at a different
A
workout
different
facility.
Y.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
So I
So
tried that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So well, that's it. Well, that's all I had anyway. I just wanted to. We wanted to hop on here just to hopefully you know, encourage you all to just try to live healthy or live healthier, right? To make small changes. I think you said it, Brandy. Don't try to make all these changes at one time,
Yeah.
right?
You set yourself up for failure. Trust me, I've done it time and time again.
Right, 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 right. So, yeah, yep, yep, yep. So, anything else, Brandy?
No, I think this is maybe a good stopping point, and I think next week we can just kind of follow up on the rest of the things we have here. Those additional things that once you are in the groove, what's going to make what you're doing in the gym and in the kitchen that much more better, as far as talking about getting sleep, reducing screen time, um, all that type of stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think this is a good a good topic.
Okay. Well, thank y'all for joining me because joining us. Because I don't know how many of y'all watch basketball, but the finals come on at 8 o'clock. I think about 8.
I think it is a
Yeah, I have to go watch the finals. That's something me and my husband enjoy doing together.
mm-hmm.
Watching basketball and
Yes.
football during football season.
I
So
can't follow football. Maybe one day.
yeah, no, yeah. And I started following football, when my son was
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
Yep, 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 yep.
Um, yeah, I'll figure it out one day and stop picking who I want to win by their team colors. I'm like, oh, I like that color combo. They should win.
Yeah. No, so my favorite, usually my favorite players, so my favorite teams are always a New York team, right? I'm a New York girl.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite teams are always any team that's representing New York. So
Okay. No matter which
yeah,
sport.
yeah. And then with my husband being from Chicago, then we moved to Chicago, Indiana. Yeah, we live in Michigan, but Detroit is usually our third pick. So, all right. Please, please, please watch um the interview that was posted yesterday. It is with Avar. She's a judge, which I didn't know she's an actress. She's a model. She's in Buick commercials. She's I don't know how many of you are familiar with Garrett's Popcorn, but she is the face of Garrett's Popcorn. She's a judge, a former judge who retired. She's a lawyer who represents. She's a defense attorney. She shared a lot of nuggets on how she's a dance instructor. She stays healthy. She stays active. Oh, so you like football? What's your favorite? Who's your favorite football team? Miss Alice. What's your favorite football team? I am more into football as well than basketball. Again, because my son played. So he played. So let me tell you about Washington. My son went to Washington. They called him in. He was a non-draft. What do they call him? Non-draft player when they don't draft you, but they call you in. So he did go to the Washington Commanders for a minute, and he went to Cleveland Brown. So we like to say he didn't last long at all. He'll be the first to tell you he didn't last long at all. But he's a former NFL player for the Washington Commanders and for the Browns. So
All right, little Odell.
yes. Yeah. So yeah, nice. Yeah, it is. And he works with a lot of. Okay, so let me say this too, and then we really gonna go. He's a physical therapist. He is a doctor. He's a physical therapist, and he primarily works with NFL athletes. So he has other clients, but he primarily, because he wanted to be in the NFL, obviously, but he primarily works with NFL athletes. So pretty cool. Anything else? Please please share. Yeah, please. Thank you. We're hoping to get this information out. And we didn't share anything people don't already know, right? To live healthy, you got to move more, you got to eat healthy. So this information wasn't new information. We definitely realized that. But we want to just encourage you all to use the tools, use what you know. Because as we age, we want to live healthy. Like I said, I'm here visiting my mom, who, she's doing well. She doesn't have a caregiver or anything like that, but seeing her mobility, seeing how she get around, I just live healthy, right? So she can't get around without her cane. She's fallen quite a few times. Her knee is swollen now from all the falls she's had. So just make sure you live as healthy as possible. So if nothing else, let this be a reminder that having 6 Oreos, which I may or may not have had,
Wanda.
which I may isn't good, right? Sitting down and doing nothing the majority of the day, not moving enough, it's not good. It's not good. That's Alice laughing at me. Yeah. It's one of those days. It's like, okay, I'm on vacation. I'm here at my mama house. If I want to eat 6 cookies, I'm gonna stop at 6. If I want to eat 6 Oreo cookies, I can have 6 Oreo cookies. But you better believe my butt was out doing stuff to like try to burn that off. So, and oh shoot, I swear we're about to go, y'all. You you can't. Something my son tells me all the time: you can't out train a bad diet. So if you're eating Oreo cookies, 6 of them. If you're eating Oreo cookies and you're eating chips, and I mean, if you're eating bad and then you think you're gonna work out, it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't negate. Put it that way. It doesn't negate. It just doesn't. Um,
You're wasting your own time.
you're wasting time. You really are. Hi, Shadow. How are you?
Hello.
How are you? So we were talking about living healthy and um taking care of our physical health, taking care of, as we age, we want to make sure we're moving. You want to make sure you're eating healthy for not only so you can look better, but so you can feel better. So anything else, Brandy? So Shadow, can you answer that question? Rate your physical health on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being excellent. How would you rate your physical health? So I rated my health a 5. Brandy was at a 6. Let's see if Shadows will tell us where his health is. And then, if you don't mind, why did you rate your health? Um, okay. Okay. 6 due to diabetes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Do you work out? So I shared where I don't have diabetes, but I do have high blood pressure and I am on medication. I do have, unfortunately, decreased kidney function, CKD, chronic kidney disease, unfortunately, and that is due to high blood pressure. So, yeah. And Brandy, you don't have high blood pressure or diabetes, do you?
Um, I did at one point. I don't know if you can get rid of it, but
You can.
so yeah, I did for a minute, and I was taking it every day, and I'm I'm getting ready to be a bad advocate for doing what your doctor tells you to, but I tried 2 different medications, and I was like, absolutely not, and nope. I was like, I have too much that I have to do on a daily basis, and I can't be a zombie. I can't be drowsy. So
Hmm.
I tried 2 different medications, and I said, you know what, you're gonna have to do it some other way. And ever since I kind of committed to bettering my health, when I go in, it's good.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. So, and diet and exercise can impact it, and it can, and of course, depending on if with diabetes, if it's type 1 or type 2. Um, so my husband is a type 2 diabetic. He does, he had to take medication. Um, but we're trying to, he's trying to lose weight as well.
Hmm.
He's trying to lose weight. Um, we both we both need to lose weight, but we're trying. diet, exercise, and mindset. So, Shadow said he's not doing a lot. He's working a lot and then sometimes walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And something is better than nothing. Something is better than nothing. So, yeah, just making those small changes can improve. So, well, okay. So where my mom lives in New York, um, it's upstate New York. So there's a huge lake. It's downtown. It's so pretty. Like who has a lake downtown? And I did grow up here, and I didn't take advantage of the lake, right? Or I should say, I took it for advantage. I took it for granted. That's the word. I took it for granted that I'm like, oh, that's just the lake. That's just the lake. But now when I come home, I'm like, oh, that's the lake, right? So I am going to um, walk the lake as much as possible because they got a path. It is so pretty, y'all. I'm gonna take videos from there, but go around the lake, take advantage of just being home because Lord knows I love New York pizza, my favorite food. I haven't had any yet, but I know I'll eat pizza while I'm here. I won't eat any more cookies, y'all. I won't have any more cookies, but I will go. And here we can get pizza by the slice. And that's something that I can't get in my town back in Michigan. Um, yeah. And the slices are big. Okay. This is talking about weight loss, talking about eating healthy. Yep. So yeah, I don't need to know, but I'm being honest. I'm letting y'all know I'm going to get me some pizza. But okay,
Back.
we've been on here almost an hour. We're not going to stay on here much longer. Brenda, you got anything you want to add?
No, just bring me a slice of pizza back.
Yeah, no, it won't make it. It won't make it. So, yeah, I'll be here a week.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be here a week, and I'm trying to space out. Right, I'm trying to space out. So I ate cookies today.
Right.
I'll get a salad tomorrow.
And then your pizza.
But then on Friday, oh yeah, Mark's Pizzeria. They have the best slices.
Oh.
So, but
I appreciate
Alice laughing at me. Yeah, I'm just being honest. Right?
Okay, she's looking. I don't think she believes in that.
Yeah, so I only come home maybe once a year. I only come home maybe once a year, twice a year. But when I do come, I got to get my slice. And I love Wegmans grocery store. They have the best subs. I don't know if you all know anything about Wegmans.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I love Wegmans. Why are you laughing at Brandy, Alice?
Oh,
Are you jumping?
it's a big walnut tree that goes over to my garage, and then there's another bigger tree, and there's squirrels kind of playing back and forth, but that one just kind of caught me off guard.
Wait, you have walnuts in your yard?
Mm-hmm.
Walnuts that you can eat?
I mean, I wouldn't eat them.
Oh.
I mean, maybe if I got them off the tree, but they're just in the yard, and then the squirrels have them. The dog plays with them.
Yeah. Oh, so yes, Miss Alice, I love Wegmans. I swear, when I'm home, I make at least 2 or 3 trips there. Shadow, you're in New York City? So yes, New York does well. I'm in upstate New York right now, um, but we have them. I love New York City. Brenda, you ever been in New York City?
My first time was in September when
Yeah,
my daughter was in New York Fashion Week. Now you
yeah.
talk about steps. Whew.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I can imagine.
I
So
think one day we had about I think I had like 17,000
wow, that's good.
in one day. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
done for.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
there's a lot of stuff I need to go back and see.
Mm-hmm. So we need to take a trip there together because I think you all probably stay right around 42nd Street, Times Square. I could take you out. You went all over?
Oh, you mean stayed like what we saw? Yes.
Right.
I thought you meant like hotel wise. I was about to say we're not gonna talk about that because my family had we were in New Jersey.
So I stayed in Fort Lee before and then just took
Yeah.
the train in.
Fort was it Fort
Fort
Lee?
Lee.
Fort Washington something. We were we were trying to be close to the Nike Armory
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
venue. And it really wasn't that far away. It was just where the hotel was located. It
Okay.
highway. So it just wasn't
Yeah.
feasible to walk across the highway.
Right.
So
Right.
it was Uber from the hotel to get around and then to the subway.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Uh,
Gotcha.
we went a couple different places.
Yeah, I love New York City. I love New York City. I
Brooklyn.
love Dallas barbecue.
Mm,
Oh, I just love it. But
yes.
okay, we're gonna get off like right now
Yes, it's 8:02. So
because the game is getting ready.
game has
I'm
started.
sure the game coming on, and I gotta go watch the game. Go OKC, 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 OKC. So thank you, Shadow. Thank you. Miss Alice. Alice, not Miss, not
Miss
Mrs.
Alice.
Just Alice.
Miss Alice.
Thank you. Blue. Thank you. Senna. Thank you. If there was anybody else in here
We
that we don't
appreciate
know about, thank you. I say it all the time. We don't take it lightly. You could be spending your time doing other things. Um, but you
it.
took a little time for us.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully make one change.
Yep.
One change. Be it in your diet, walk more, eat more protein, eat less sugar, do something.
Oops.
Do something for your health. Brandy, any last words? Because I'm really about to hang up.
No. Um, we appreciate you all, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Okay. You're getting ready to put something in the chat?
Yes, and I hit send. So I was just putting that last question. What's one change
Oh, okay.
you'll make this week?
Yeah.
That way, if
Please,
somebody pops in, they'll see it.
yeah. Please join us next Wednesday when we talk about Rufus's interview. Um, and we can talk about some of the changes he made after his heart attack. Have a good night.
Bye.
Watch the replay. Hit the thumbs up. Um, yeah. Share and join us next Wednesday when we're talking about keeping your heart healthy and how to prevent a heart attack if possible. Good night.
Good night.